You're watching Hi to China, and thanks again for joining me, guys. We're going into another Fastergains workout routine. Today I'm going to be focusing on shoulders and legs together. So working in a superset form. If you guys are not familiar, haven't been following the Fastergains series, these are workouts that take 30 minutes long, but give you the maximum benefits if you was to go to the gym and do 1 hour. The focus goes on utilizing your time efficiently when you're working out in the gym, making sure you're not resting too long and working different types of muscles so you can do superset training and still give full potential to every single exercise you do. Every time you have a recovery and going into the exercise again, you want to go in strong. So for that reason, how you put the exercises together in this workout and trying to get through 30 minutes and still get maximum gains of an hour, that's the idea of the Fastergains series. So let's go over and start the workout into legs and shoulders. So guys, let's go over and perform the first exercise. One of my favorite, I'm going to go into Bulgarian split squats. I love this exercise. You don't have to use so much weight and it's a real great builder for your hamstrings, your glutes and your quads. I'm going to go in with a weight plate, and what you're going to do is raise your foot around about a bench high. If you're in the gym, you can also use the end of leg machines, have comfortable pads at the end, or you can get yourself one of these barbell pads. It just makes it a bit more comfortable when you do the exercise so you can focus on the actual leg muscles and you're not getting anything digging into your foot. Also, I'm going to go with a weight plate to add the weight. I find this is a lot more better on your form, because when you've got the position, it lets you keep that back position upright, and that's just exactly what you want. Sometimes you'll find that you might slouch if you're using things like kettlebells and dumbbells either side. So I like to go with the weight plate and hold it center chest level. So I'm going to go in here for 8 to 12 repetitions on this exercise. So just getting that one leg up first, and you want a good position so your knees on the way down should line up with your ankles, and keeping that back straight, just almost bringing that plate to touch to the top of the thighs. So you're getting your hips leveling up with your knees to get that perfect form. So you're going to make a straight switch over to the other leg. Great for balance as well, this exercise. So it'll increase your balance on one leg. So once you've done the exercise, remember Fastergains form, you want to make sure both exercises, when you're supersetting, are ready to go back to back, taking those like literally 5 to 10 seconds rest just to go into the next exercise. So here we're going to go into kneeling sit back dumbbell shoulder press. So grabbing your dumbbells. For this we're going to go 10 to 15 repetitions. So you want to completely sit back onto the back of your heels, and it's also great to stretch out those quads while you're doing this exercise, and that's going to prepare it for when you go back to those Bulgarian squats. So you're just relaxing those legs now, and from here you want to go straight up, get those dumbbells together, and you only want to bring it as far as down where it's eye level with those dumbbells, so you're not stretching too much into your shoulder. Doing this shoulder exercise, don't come all the way down. Like I said, keep it eye level. The reason for that is not every exercise is great at full range. Sometimes it causes a lot of tension and a lot of stress on the joints where it's not needed. So in this case, bringing your elbows below your shoulders can cause pain to your shoulders, can also pull into your ligaments and tendons, and most likely even cause a rotator cuff problem. So for that reason, it's better to stay with the dumbbells eye level and push through. You're going to get just the same benefits working those front delts to build those shoulders and muscles, and also it's going to be safer and you're going to be most likely injury free. Okay guys, so that is the first 2 exercises put together. 60 seconds strict rest. in these workout routines to make sure you're going to get through that 30 minutes and really push yourself to build that muscle and mass gains. So take your 60 seconds, go in for your second and your third set, and then I'll move on to the next two exercises. We're going to go into doing static lunges, and from static lunges I'm going to still do a kneeling position to relax those quads afterwards, preparing for every single set that we're going to do the legs, and we're going to be doing lateral raises this time, so focusing on the medial deltoids. For both exercises, sticking with the same rep ranges as the previous exercise, so for the legs between 8 and 12, and then going 10 and 15 with the shoulders. So static lunges, I'm using the dumbbell weights that I'm going to use to do my lateral raises, so that's the weight that I've set out for this exercise, so I can just jump back and forward, so both exercises are ready. If you're going to lift more on the legs, then you can have a double set of dumbbells, so you'll have one for your legs and then the weight you're going to lift. So have those set up already before going into these supersets. So with static lunges, we work one leg at a time, just like we did with the Bulgarian split squats. So don't go too heavy on these. From Bulgarian split squats, you will find your quads are pretty much on fire. So even lifting fairly light on this exercise burns really quickly. Alright, straight in for the lateral raises. So again, back into that kneeling position, sitting back onto the heels as well. And just grab those weights, go straight in. So position here, I like to, because I'm in a kneeling position, hard to have your arms out straight, the weights will be touching the ground. So I'd like to do this in a 90 degrees angle when I'm working the lateral raises. Plus I find it a lot more comfortable on the shoulder joint as well. So if I hold it in a 90 degrees here in front of your thighs here, and then going out to the side, and when you bring your arms up, you still want to level up with the shoulders. So you want your shoulder line, your elbows and your wrists to come up in one line. So when you're doing the exercises, we have our rep ranges. I recommend always trying to reach the highest point of your rep range. So I always make sure if I'm saying 10 to 15, my aim is always to reach the 15. Now the idea of the rep range is that if you're reaching your maximum rep range, that means the weight load is possibly just a little bit light and you can go a little bit heavier. So you can bring your rep range down to around 10 and 12 repetitions. It's just the 10 will be your minimum if you really struggle to get to that 10 or past, and that'll be particularly the right weight for you. So make sure you're going heavier if you are completing the 15 repetitions, and even so for the other exercise, you're reaching the maximum rep range. That means you're ready to push the weight up, so you can still try to aim for that 15, but if you're not reaching there, that means you're within the right weight that you're supposed to be lifting. So once you finish your 3 sets of those second 2 exercises, if you're going pretty fast in your workout, guys, you still have time to get in another 5 or 10 minutes into the workout. So you've gone pretty quick for those first 4 exercises. Where we're going to throw in a little bonus exercise. So we're going to throw in 1 more exercise to work our shoulders, and we're going to focus on a barbell behind the neck military press. And this exercise is great, not just to work your front delts, because we're putting it behind the head, it's also going to get your medial delts in, as well as work your traps. So this is when you're doing single exercises where you're trying to incorporate shrugs. You don't necessarily have to bring in a shrug if you're doing exercises like this, compound work, and bring that bar behind the head. So we're going to use the same principle as I did for both of the shoulder exercises. You're going to make sure that you're always not going full range like we did on the first exercise particularly. So you're going to make sure it's still going to be eye level, all this going to be behind the head. You don't want to bring the bar all the way down to the back of the back and the neck. And again, that's just going to cause a significant amount of intensity and load into the shoulder joint when you're pushing on the way through. So let's go ahead and do same sort of repetitions, 10 to 15 again, 15 max and 10 minimum. So get it to the back of the head, starting at the top first, and then going wide as possible on the bar, just so when I do come down, I'm trying to also bring in that right angle between the arms. You can see with the shoulders, the elbows and the wrists are in a right angle position when I have got that bar around eye level at the back of the head. And this is where I push through and then breathing out. You want to also make sure head and spine alignment is fairly straight. So you don't want to be tilting your head forward where you've got your chin tucked under. You don't want to do that because you're going to cause strain on the neck when you're pushing through with the barbell. So to avoid any neck strains or pains and pulls, you want to make sure you keep the head straight. The only thing you need to be doing when the bar goes behind the head, you want to make sure that you've got a little bit more range in your shoulder joint there. So that can be down to your flexibility. So keep your head upright. So when the bar is coming down, if you just lean a little bit forward with your head, but not bringing it down and just trying to push your arms back to sort of clear that space. That brings us to the end of the workout, guys. Once you finish your 3 sets on that bonus exercise, and if you have managed to add this into your 30 minutes, then you've definitely had a great workout and you have pushed yourself through those 30 minutes. And don't forget, guys, to drop me one of these and also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can watch further videos that I bring to you each week. For those of you who are still struggling to manage to get the exercise in, or you're not sure how to perform the exercises, you have problem with form, you have problem with actually planning your workouts, and you also have problem with your dietary, don't forget to check out and click the link down below to go to howtochinafitness.com and check out my live coaching. And that will give you a more personal touch to your training, where I'll be able to support you and help you with your dietary and also the workouts. So that's it from this video today, guys. You will see me in the next one. For now, take care, be strong, and keep working out.